Here we go.
Here we go again.
What's up, guys? We're live.
What's going on, guys?
What's going on, guys? I'm
getting old
Alley
yet?
Roots.
No, it goes the other way. What's going on, guys? I'm
Alley
RALLI Roots. What's going on, guys?
What's up, guys? What's up, April? Callie's in the chat. JG's in the chat. Dragonfly Girl. D-Bay Deb. Jennifer. Thanks for hanging out with us
Katie,
tonight.
Michael, Cody.
What up, what up? Thank you for letting us know that you can see and hear us. That's good. It's good
news. We
news.
forgot to ask that.
It's always good when we're not talking and you can't hear us. He-Man. Yeah, you like the He-Man shirt.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite tank tops right now. I think I thrifted it, right? For like $1.
And it matches those shorts really well. I like when Ryan matches.
I'm matching.
He knows I dislike when he doesn't match, and so he makes sure that his shirts match his shorts.
This is true. So what's happening, guys? Hi from Jacksonville. Len's likes my He-Man shirt. You guys were in, Trevor says you guys were in my Bradenton Goodwill last week. It's 0.2 miles from my apartment.
Wow.
So bummed I didn't get to say hi. When's the next Florida meetup so I can come say hi?
We're going to plan it for when we get back from this Ryan birthday cruise.
Guys, guess what tomorrow is?
It's his birthday.
It's the big 3-0. 30. I'm going to be 30 years old.
30.
Allie has been 30 for like days already.
45 days.
45 days being 30. What's it like?
I feel 30 sometimes.
What does that mean?
You know, the aches and the pains that come with age.
That's so funny. I'm not really looking forward to being 30, but I am looking forward to, we're going to Cuba. So tomorrow we leave to go to Cuba on a cruise. Allison booked a cruise for me for my 30th birthday.
Look, somebody found a $300 Starbucks mug.
Cool.
Which
That's
one?
awesome.
That's amazing. Congrats. I'm always looking through the mugs, hoping to find that one.
Yeah. And we have 180 people watching already. So that's cool. Can you guys please hit the thumbs up button for us? It looks like this. It's a little button.
And we're getting new RALLI Roots swag. So soon we're going to be doing giveaways again in our live chat.
That's right.
Everybody stay tuned for our following live chats because we will be doing more giveaways.
Oh my gosh. D-Bay Deb says my 30th, I cried my eyes out and watched Toy Story.
Oh my gosh.
Funny story. Callie actually also cried on her 30th birthday. I was
there. I was not there. You were there.
I was there.
It's so funny. I wonder why I wasn't there and you were there.
Hi, Heidi. Thank you, everybody, for saying happy birthday. Really appreciate it. And your mom
My
and
mom is in
your
the chat.
Uncle Dan. Say hi.
Hi, Mom and Uncle Dan.
So, guys, this show, fake birthday, fake marriage.
Yes.
Yes, Allie's a very good paid actress.
Yeah, the braces, you know, came with the gig.
It's just, they're fake, too. They come right off.
Yeah, those are fake.
The tattoos. It's not coming up. All right. So, guys, we're just going to have a pretty much like a hang sesh for tonight. We have to drive out to Cocoa Beach today, and it's about 2 hours away from us. So we'll try to keep it till 8 o'clock. We'll end the live stream at 8 o'clock because we have a 2.5 hour because we have to drop the dog off. So we have a long drive.
And we both still have to pack.
Oh, my gosh, I didn't pack yet.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I didn't either.
So we will do our best to answer your questions. Guys, remember that questions or the chat does go very fast. So if we don't see your question, just ask it again. And we will try to answer any questions you have. You're free to ask questions about reselling or anything else. It doesn't have to be about reselling. And if we see it, we will try to answer.
Yeah. And then Ben says we won't have access to eBay when we're in Cuba. Yes, we know. But funny enough, we the cell phone carrier that we have, we get access in Mexico. So when we go to Mexico, we have full, complete internet access and phone service. Yeah, but not in Cuba, obviously. It goes without saying. But in Mexico, we didn't know that until we got to Mexico. We're like, we can make phone calls right now, and it's not roaming, but it was just included. It's one of those things.
So Hector asks, he says, I need your all's advice. I lost my FBA account 6 months ago, and they won't reinstate it. How do you suggest I get it back? So it depends on what the reason was why your account got suspended. Honestly, more than likely, you're not going to be able to get that account back. You can continue to call and pester Amazon. I know people who have had their account suspended and then it's taken them like 3 months and they've talked to like 20 different reps just to try to find the right person who could help them out. But I would say that's a very rare instance. I've also met probably 10 people who have had their account suspended, have never been able to get it back. So kind of sucks, but you could like,
sorry to hear that.
Yeah, sorry to hear. You could partner with somebody, maybe open an account in their name, under a different business or something. But Amazon's very particular, guys. They will, if that happens, it's hard to get your account back. Sorry, man.
This was a free shirt. It was a gift.
Family in Melbourne. My family is in Cocoa Beach area or Merritt Island area.
Mm-hmm. Which is north of Melbourne for all the non-Florida / just non-American people, right?
The Thrifty Shopper Vlogs says, I used some of your tips recently to get a stain out of an NFL shirt. Comps are over $40. I was happy.
Yay!
Awesome. Very cool. I think that Allison still has to do like a stain removal tip video.
Oh.
Because she does have some really good tips for cleaning
clothes.
Do I
know? Yeah. I just Google it every time.
Oh, really?
Every single time there's a stain, I Google it or I Pinterest it.
I feel like you're good at getting stains out of clothes, though.
Because I Google it.
Yeah.
Every time I just Google it and I read what people say.
Why don't you also tell people about your new channel?
I have a new channel, guys. I finally started my own channel. It is called RALLI Crafts, where I do my crafts. Because everybody always asks, like, how did you do that? Oh, I love that thing you made. Could you show me how to make it? Or can you like explain to me how you made it? And now I can just say like, hey, here's a link to how I made this really cool distressed shirt. So the shirt that I distressed, I made a full tutorial on how to do that. And I'm going to make another tutorial that's just a time lapse of me speaking over it. What's it called again? We talk over something?
A voiceover.
Voiceover. Thank you. That's the word I'm looking for. It's just going to be filmed in voiceover. So I'm going to make like a really fast, quick one. But the current one is just like a full tutorial explaining and introducing my channel because I knew it was, the first one. So
people are asking for a link to your channel. Let me try to grab a link. Allie can keep talking.
But it is a little bit boring, this first one, but it is a full, complete tutorial for people who want to watch like every single thing step by step and get like little tips and tricks on how to do something really well before they go and do it. So yeah, if you want to distress a shirt, do it. With your kids, do it with your friends, do it with your cousin.
All right.
Distress a shirt.
Here's a link to Allie's new channel. Everybody go subscribe. Well, babe, you have 327 subscribers.
Oh, whoa.
Already. That's pretty cool.
Started off with 92.
Started from the bottom. Now you're here. 328 already.
Yay. Right. I got to go back to answer comments. I've been cleaning all day.
Okay, let's try to answer some reselling questions.
Yes,
now.
Thank you for all your support, everybody.
On eBay, how long should you wait for a payment? So our account actually you can set auto settings on eBay where it'll automatically open an unpaid item case against that person. Ours is set for 3 days. So after 3 days, if the buyer hasn't paid for an item, eBay automatically opens an unpaid item case. If they still haven't paid for it after a certain period of time, the case automatically closes and you get credited back the fees. Mm-hmm. It sucks. Part of selling on eBay is buyers not paying, especially if you run a lot of auctions. I will say that auctions there's more people that don't pay for auctions over buy it now. You can set your buy it now to require immediate payment. The only thing that doesn't work on is best offer. So if someone accepts a best offer or you accept their best offer, then they could still not pay for that item. But that's why you should set those parameters to automatically open up cases.
But I would say ideally, if somebody really wanted to avoid that from happening, don't run auctions, right? And then what you can do is you can do buy it now, set the immediate payment, and then price yours on the lower end of all the comps.
Right.
And under what other people have theirs listed for. So if somebody's like, oh, this is a really good deal, and they buy it, they have to pay immediately.
Right.
So yeah, you could always do that. And obviously not with all of your items, but you could do that with, let's just say you have a bunch of shirts that they always will sell for $20 and you have best offer usually at 25. Just list them at 20, buy it now, no best offer and immediate payment. Yeah. You could do that, on just some of your items to compensate, for dealing with that if you want.
Again, guys, we'll try to answer your questions as fast as possible. Just ask them again if we don't get to it. I gotta say this one. Crystal, first of all, thank you so much for sending the $5 super chat. We do appreciate it. Sold the voice recorder 2 hours after listing it for $197. Thanks for the advice. You are so welcome. That's so cool because so Crystal sent me, I believe, it was an Instagram message saying I picked up this voice recorder at a garage sale for $5. I listed it high and I got an offer for $155. Do you think I should take the offer? I looked at comps and to me, the comps looked closer to $200. So I said, don't take the offer, lower your price down to $197 and see if someone buys it. And there you go. 2 hours later, it's gone. Love it.
Randy said hi to my mom.
Randy Stone, how are you, my friend? Pam Wilson, I have a fake Prada purse. If I list it, will I get suspended?
Yes.
You're not going to get suspended, but the item more than likely will get taken down and your account will be hit. If you do it more than a few times, then your account will get suspended. Usually it's for like 3 days for the first time, then 7 days, then 30 days. Then after that, if you continue to do stuff like that, they will remove your account. Yes.
It's best to sell that locally,
or don't sell it.
Right, but obviously you got to disclose that it's fake. You don't want to lie to somebody.
Where did you get that Ninja Turtle cup? This one?
Oh, it was from Walmart.
From Walmart.
Walmart always has the coolest cups up front for some reason. And I bought Ryan one and I bought Tony, our old roommate one. Yeah. So
this one's actually his because it says Tony on it. You can't see it.
Yeah, it's kind of faded. The permanent marker, I wrote their names on their cups because they love plastic cups. It's a guy thing.
I have an item that is priced competitively for the item and I'm getting offers for $20 to $25 below what I have it listed for. Why is this happening? Because people are looking for a deal. Yeah. People go around making offers. Just counter.
Yeah.
Counter
don't rage, decline, always counter.
Yeah.
We should make a song about that.
Oh my gosh. That's
Callie, get on it. Is Callie in the chat?
She is. Yes.
Okay, cool. Callie.
Homework. Whoa, we have 316 people watching.
Oh.
That's cool. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, guys. We appreciate it.
I wonder if we should do a giveaway for one of our keychains.
Well, we don't have them yet.
I know we don't have them yet, but for when we get them in.
No, because you have to wait. I don't know how long it's going to take.
I mean, it could take 3 weeks. I don't think somebody would be mad waiting 3 weeks.
Oh, I don't want to do it.
Okay,
we don't even have one we can show.
We don't.
Yeah, but we are getting keychains that we will give away.
Okay, fine.
How long should I wait before I discount prices on items that aren't selling, or is it better to just hold? If you're priced right, I would say run a promotion on that item or run a discount, run a sale on it if you want to. Usually we'll look at prices and drop prices or do something different after the 30-day mark. Most of our items sell within 30 days. The ones that don't sell within 30 days, usually 60 is pushing it for us. At that point, we'll either put them to auction and clear them out or drastically lower the prices to get them sold.
Yeah, and then clothes, guys. Always remember, clothes take longer to sell. Obviously, not the really common brands like Tommy Bahama. That's going to sell really fast, especially because it's summer. But, electronics, they should be selling really fast.
Yeah. Heidi, thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
How did we meet? And is there any other scanner you can get on iPhone if you don't have an Amazon FBA account?
All right. So we met in high school, actually.
Yeah.
Funny enough.
We did.
But we didn't date in high school. Ryan was a cool kid and I was a smart kid.
Ryan was a cool kid.
And look how we turned out. Ryan's the entrepreneur and I would have just worked for the man,
We were in different groups of people in high school. So we actually did know each other and we were friends for a little while.
Yeah, we were friendly. We didn't hate each other or anything.
No.
Ryan was at my 16th birthday and he got me a present that I still have. It's in our garage.
It was definitely fate. It was definitely meant to be. And then after 2 years after high school, Allison was good friends with my brother. So she came down I was living in Cocoa Beach and then we hit it off and that was that.
Yeah. Ryan's older brother and I were excellent friends.
Yeah.
He used to come to my family's Thanksgiving. That's how good of friends we were. So.
And then is there a scanner you can get an iPhone? I don't know, actually. I'll be honest with you. We don't do much FBA scanning at thrift stores. If we want to look something up on Amazon, I pull up the Amazon seller account and I scan it right with my phone. I know that there are scanners you can get to go through books really fast, but we sell, I don't know, maybe 10 books a year. We don't deal in books. It's a bit too messy for us, so. Whoa, Steven's back.
Whoa, Steven.
Steven just sent us $200 again.
Steven, I want to know your story.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
your watch.
Oh, I've hit my move goals for today.
Nice.
Perfect week. No, stand goals.
Steven sent us $200 and says, been killing it on eBay lately. That's awesome, Steven. I mean,
Yay,
to be able to send us
Steven.
$200 every time we go live,
The last
you must
3
be killing it. But yeah, we really do want to know your story. So please let us know, Steven.
Yeah, thank you, Steven.
Steven doesn't play fair. I know, right? Okay, let's answer some more questions. I have an item listed now and have 5 watchers on the item. I listed it for 30 days and have 9 days left this weekend alone and got 3 new watchers. Would you shorten the time listed now or leave it alone? Don't play with the time. That's the first thing I will say. What I would do in that situation is I would drop the price by $1.50. When you drop I think it's $1.50 or $1.51. I'll have to check that. But if you drop the price by a little bit of money, those watchers will get notified that the price has been decreased. So, and sometimes when you do that, if you have a bunch of watchers on an item, they'll get an email, the item is discounted, and they'll go and buy it. So
I've done that before. I noticed we had an item and it had a lot of watchers and it's listed a while. And I was like, I'm going to drop the price. And if it's listed at like $45 or something, sometimes I'll just do like $39.99, you know?
Right.
And then it'll sell.
I've been on the opposite side of that as a buyer. I've got that email and an item that I've been watching and I've bought it. So it does work. So
yeah.
I tell you it works.
It's worked on me before. And then I saw a really good question about how to not get distracted whenever you're working from home. All right, there it is. TSD. I don't know how to pronounce that, but thanks for your mentorship. How do you keep from getting distracted working from home? I know you have a warehouse now, but any advice would help. I think that getting out of your home is actually the best way to not get distracted at home because there's always something at home. So if you can find a Panera or a Starbucks, if that's your style, or there's public libraries, guys, and they're so wonderful to just go to, sit down and work, and nothing can distract you there because, I mean, it's a library. Like there's nothing that you need to do. There's no cleaning you need to do. There's no animals or human beings that you need to take care of. You just sit down and work. And sometimes you need to step away from home to get everything done. So make yourself a list and say, this is when I always get distracted, is when I'm listing. Ironically, so funny. So go to the library and list your 20 things that you need to get listed and don't leave until they're listed.
Right.
And just,
I
don't know. I mean, try that. You don't want to drive somewhere, but.
Especially for listing. If you're not doing listing, I mean, a lot of people work out of their homes and they can't like take their inventory to the library and take pictures.
No, but for listing, I think most people get distracted when they're listing. I'm assuming here that that's when, but I know most people tell us that they get so distracted when they're listing. They say I have a death pile and everything's photographed. You know, Mochi, stop. Mochi keeps licking her foot.
Okay. Yeah, don't watch YouTube is definitely a way to keep people distracted. Mary says, I'm on day 6 of the potato diet. I still want to know how you made that steak. I'm ready for the video. Oh, you want to know? It was a really good steak.
Tell us about your potato diet success. That's amazing. Yeah. It's so incredible for your body to do that. And of course, I hope you're using white potatoes or a Japanese sweet potato, which I don't even know where you can buy those.
I didn't either.
But yeah,
Steve Parker, I started my first eBay store finally. Thanks for y'all's help for videos and what you are selling. You're welcome. You're very welcome. I'm just going to try to go through and answer as many questions, guys, because
like in order.
A lot of people are answering questions and we're taking a long time on certain questions. So I'll try to go through a lot of them. Sold an item and ended up opening a no pay claim on it. They emailed me wanting to send a money order. Would you accept the money order or just stick to PayPal? Never take a money order on eBay. Never. That's how eBay used to be in the past. You could use a money order to pay for items. But that's more than likely a scam. So don't do that. I lost my spot. Hold on. No.
Elliot said, thanks for the library suggestion. They never thought of that.
You're welcome. Yay. I received 300 DVDs for 25 cents a piece, but now they are just sitting in my eBay store priced between $3 and $5, but they are not moving at this or at all. Is this market dead? I have 1,000 feedback, 100%. Depends on what DVDs. I mean, the ones that sell for us are newer ones or collectible ones. DVDs that are, say, 5-6 years old usually don't move very fast. Especially, I mean, $3 to $5. I don't know what your shipping's like on them, but that's pretty cheap, you know? All right, baby, keep answering questions.
All right, I'm gonna scroll through. You're so much better. How is the new real estate search doing? So far, it's good. We are just, when we get back from this little trip, we're going to sit down and talk to somebody about some property that they own, and they're considering splitting it up. So we just got to talk about prices and like road access, because our area is really funky. Whenever you split property, you still have to have a road going through it so you can connect to the other properties. So far, it's looking good.
It's looking good. We're close on one property.
We're really close on something. Yes. So we're going to probably have a property in the next
by the end of the year.
We will have a property by the end of the year.
We'll keep you guys posted on it.
Yeah.
For sure. Expect vlogs.
Yeah. So much.
Where is that question? So that was a real estate question.
Yeah.
Just started selling on Poshmark and Mercari along with eBay. It's a little overwhelming to spread out to different platforms. So my question to you is it even worth doing so? If you just started out, my suggestion would be to focus on one platform. So my suggestion would be not to take on too many things at one time.
Yeah.
If you want to, as you grow, add platforms, I think that's the best way to do it. But like we started on eBay, and then we grew our eBay up to the point where it was good. And then we went into Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
And we grew that up. And even now, like we still don't do Poshmark or Mercari because there's a lot of work associated with that. And we want to make sure we have the time to focus on it the right way. You know, as soon as you start doing too many things, your other platforms will slip and it will start to hurt you. So just be careful with that.
But if you do definitely want to do two in the beginning, I would say eBay and Poshmark are great, because eBay, you can do all of your hard goods and electronics and whatnot. And then Poshmark, you can put your like special vintage clothing items on. Because again, you can only sell like clothing and accessories, and shoes are really good to sell on Poshmark, but don't try to sell like clothing on both. Maybe just focus clothing on one so that you can build one up a certain way and then build your other one up a certain way. Don't spread yourself thin, like focus on certain categories for different platforms.
Lauren, Coal City Loot is in the chat. Hi, Lauren. How are you? Oh, we got Hip Flippin' Mama in the chat. She says, He-Man. I'm looking to hire someone to take pictures. How much should I pay them? Very good question. So there's more than one way to hire someone to take pictures. Mm-hmm. I think the best way to do it is based on the amount of items they take pictures on. And it ranges. It also depends on where you live, how much money you should pay that person. You can't, if your minimum wage is $15 or whatever, you can't pay them too low. But we pay, most of the time we'll pay $1.50 an item on clothing items for someone to come in and take pictures, take measurements, and bag the items with our thank you note so that it's ready to be shipped. Mm-hmm. So $1.50 is what we pay. You pay up to like $3 an item, depending on what sort of items that you're listing. But yeah.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Hope that helps. Oh, it just went all the way down.
We have 424 people watching. That's a lot of people. Thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to destroy the like button. My Tommy Hilfiger button fronts get no views. About to give up on selling them. Time and time again, we've said it over and over, guys. We pass on 90% plus of Tommy Hilfiger stuff that we find, especially if it's just the plain button ups. The Tommy that sells for us, if you look back at our what sold videos, that's a good way to look at it. If you look back at those videos, the Tommy that sells for us are the ones with big spell outs, crazy colors, box logos, like something different. You know what I mean? We do not buy just regular plain Tommy Hilfiger button ups.
Yeah, the more obnoxious, the better.
Exactly. Yeah. That's a good way of saying it.
Yeah.
Thank you for the $5 super chat, Evan. We appreciate it. Best tips for not getting scammed for shipping a high ticket item on eBay.
Yeah, definitely signature confirmation. 100% always do signature confirmation whenever you have an item. I would say even over $125. Yeah. I mean, because it will cover you.
Yeah, that's the biggest one right there, is make sure that you're packaging the item nicely. For an expensive item, I would personally say use priority mail. Don't ship that item with FedEx. But I would say always put signature confirmation on your item, pack it really, really well, and you should be fine. You should be fine.
That actually saved us a time ago with the PlayStation we sold, right? It was the PlayStation.
Yes.
It was really sketchy. The person was just weird in messages. So we did signature confirmation and they opened a case against us. I think that they said like their card was stolen and someone hacked their eBay account and bought this item.
Yeah, something like that.
And they went through PayPal, and PayPal usually will never side in like the buyer or the seller's favor. But because we had signature confirmation on it and it was signed for, they sided in our favor, and we would have lost $400.
Yep.
It was crazy. We were so thankful we did that.
Oh my gosh, the questions are coming in fast, guys. Sorry, there's 433 people watching, so we'll try. Is Amazon FBA better for selling books rather than eBay? How so? I do think so, yes. So if you are selling books, if you're into selling books, then definitely use Amazon FBA for selling those books. I would say try to stick to books that you can get $20 plus profit on Amazon, and there's an FBA calculator. If you just Google Amazon FBA calculator, you'll be able to see the fees out of that. We try to focus, if we are selling books, we try to focus on textbooks just because that's where the most profit is for us. Just make sure that you look the stuff up.
Raking in the chat.
Raking profit. Thank you for the $2.45
so funny.
super chat. That'll get us a coffee. Thank you, my friend.
Uppercut.
Everyone uppercut that like button. Thanks, my friend.
And then there were a bunch of good questions up here. Should I scroll back up?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, here, there's a bunch.
We're almost half an hour into our live stream, guys. So
I like this question from John. Okay. Are there any ways to be more efficient when listing? And also, do you set time goals per listing? Thanks for your videos, by the way. When I was listing, that's what I did. I numbered it 1 to 20. And I would write down the time that I started at real fast. And then I would try to list as fast as I could and write down the time I ended at. And I was like, oh, wow, okay, I got that listing done in 5 minutes. And at first, when I started doing that, it was 10 minutes. It took me like 10 minutes to do a listing. By the end of it, I could get a listing done in 3 minutes, just depending on the item and how much research I had to do per item. Because some of the vintage high-end like clothing items would take forever to list. It'll take me like 8 minutes. But like a Tommy Bahama shirt should only take you 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So
Allie's saying like set goals for yourself and try to hit them, and then also try to beat your last performance. That does work. You'll sit down and say, this hour I listed 10 items. The next time I do this, I want to try to list 12. And keep going and going to the point that I can list 20 things an hour pretty easily now.
Wow.
So just make sure that you're doing that.
Yeah. Whenever you set that challenge for yourself, you're holding yourself accountable. So you're not getting up and doing something or getting sidetracked because you're trying to beat your time, and it becomes a race. Right. So you're really, really focusing. And I found that really helped me focus significantly. Hope that helps.
Is there any site besides Amazon or eBay you guys recommend for sellers? We have a lot of friends who do very well on Poshmark and Mercari. And then we also have a lot of friends that don't even sell online. They just flip stuff locally. There's a lot of people actually that'll buy stuff off of eBay and Amazon and flip it in their local market. Facebook Marketplace is an amazing way to flip stuff fast.
It is.
Especially larger stuff like furniture.
It is.
I'm moving my house in 2 months. I need to take all my inventory with me. How am I going to do it? Oh, we're about to go through that ourselves when we move from our warehouse. Imagine that, moving our warehouse to another warehouse. I can't. We're going to hire movers for sure.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that.
Yeah. Kermo on Poshmark. I'm glad that you caught our live stream. You're so welcome. Okay, we'll keep going, guys. Oh, it keeps. Oh, Deb's in the chat. Deb, I can make you a moderator now. Here we go. Add moderator. You are now our moderator.
Yay!
All right.
So now we have 3 moderators.
Yes. Oh, we got a few more super chats. Thank you very much for the $1 and the $2.
Oh, nice, guys. Look at you all. Tips for tips.
Tips for tips. Watching while packing. 26 paid ship now. Today, 3 months in. 3 months in and selling 26 items in a day.
That's amazing.
Congrats.
Seriously, you're hustling. And then look, made 500 on Marketplace in the last 10 days.
Yep. Don't sleep on local sales, guys. We've actually, we do it all the time too. If we get something that's huge. I picked up a new in the box generator one time that was selling for $500 on eBay, and I flipped it for $450 locally in like an hour.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Yeah. So
you can picture like at the garage.
Yeah.
Of it.
So like no fees, no shipping, no having to deal with waiting for the item to sell and all that stuff. Yeah. Do we ever source at pawn shops? Yeah, pawn shops are great to source at. Now remember this, most pawn shops also sell online. So they're going to know what their prices are, but we've picked out some really good stuff from pawn shops. One thing that does pretty well is video games and video game systems. You can go in and find like older Nintendo stuff. Sometimes pawn shops will miss that and you can get good deals. Rakin says highest super chat becomes moderator. Let's go. Well, that would be Steven. So funny.
Wrench Club.
Yes. Best items to flip locally. Ooh, that's such a hard question.
I guess it depends on the area. I would say in Florida, air conditioning.
Yes.
And generators because of hurricanes.
Yeah, there's always stuff that people always need. So if you can find the need in your local market, I would say the one thing that always flips locally is furniture and appliances. So if you can get like a refrigerator, that's something that will sell immediately. People are always, especially people with income properties, they're always looking for secondhand appliances to put into their rentals.
And big stuff, guys. Big stuff is the best stuff to like buy and sell locally because most people aren't looking for deals on big stuff on ordering online, you know, whereas like a shirt, you're not going to look locally for a shirt. You're going to look on eBay and Mercari and Amazon and Poshmark and like Vinted and all those other things. But so like items that people typically aren't selling a lot of, and there's not like a high quantity of online, sell those locally. The like changes when it picks you up.
I know, it's weird. I had to show you guys this because a bunch of people keep saying they like my He-Man shirts. So I had to show you this. Drew Conway, one of our awesome YouTube subscribers, sent me this. Look at it. Isn't that awesome? It's a little He-Man Dorbs. I was so excited. Like, so good. All right. Just had to show you guys. Thank you for the, Hip Flip and Mama. Thank you for the $5. At eBay Open, when a salt and pepper haired gal runs into you and yells, "It's Mama, don't run, it's only me." Gosh. Got 2 Polaroids and a
Kangol hat.
Kangol hat today. That's awesome. We can't wait to meet you. We're excited to meet you. And Outdoor Girl 10, thank you. I always get sales while watching you. That's awesome.
That's so funny.
I believe that I believe I saw you sign up for a mentoring program for this next round. So we're excited to work with you.
Ooh.
Thanks everybody, by the way, who signed up for mentoring. I believe the spots are pretty much gone now. I'll have to look, but I think all 75 spots are almost gone. But yeah, we're excited to work with the next group of people.
It was fast.
It was very fast.
And everybody who did mentoring last time, I mean, they definitely made more than double, triple, quadruple their money back. So, hey, right? Everybody's winning. It's all about hustling and getting enough sleep and eating potatoes.
Oh my God, man. Flipped a new golf set locally and vintage stereos. Golf stuff. Golf stuff is another one that flips really well locally.
People look locally for golf stuff.
Yes.
For sure.
But we also sell golf stuff on eBay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it fits nicely into those tubes, those USPS tube boxes.
Yep. If you guys didn't know, USPS provides free, they're triangular tubes. They come in flat, and then you just fold them into a triangle, and they have different heights. So you can ship, like fishing poles and just tall, skinny things in these tubes, and they're about that big. Yep. Drew's
in the chat.
Yay! I have the power.
That's so awesome. Oh, yay. Hit up Toys R Us if there's one open area. You will find great stuff. Yeah.
For myself. Remember when you lost me in Toys R Us? It was bad.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got to be the happiest place on earth.
That's what this guy's name is. This is my new tattoo is Jeffrey. Jeffrey the giraffe.
Elbow range.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Toys R Us, you can get some good deals in. They won't be there for long, though, so go get them when you can. Oh, thank you, Callie. Callie posted the link to mentoring. If there's spots left, you can go sign up. Angie says, I'm hoping that I'm going to be in the mentoring program. I sent an email, have not heard from you. Oh, no.
We'll have to check after this.
Sorry, Angie.
All right.
Feed
Look for
Allie.
the question marks.
I'm looking for questions. Ryan, who does my tattoos? There's a really skilled artist out of Tampa. His name's Matt Lang. He did this entire sleeve here, and he just did my draft. And then there's a guy named Dan Fagan that did this one. Are you going to watch the NBA Finals during live? I don't really follow basketball anymore. I loved basketball when I was a kid. Like, loved basketball.
Good for you.
So I still know a lot about like 90s, 2000s basketball, but I don't keep up with basketball nowadays.
Fortunately for me. I'm being sassy tonight.
Yeah, geez. Because Allie knows sports.
Allie knows sports. Colorado horses.
Look at that.
We should do another one.
Paul just said, it was really nice to meet you, by the way, Paul, at the last meetup. Paul says, accepted a $100 offer on a vintage DC Capitals hockey jersey, sourced for $250. Great job. It's an awesome time right now to sell hockey stuff, actually.
And then Elle asked when we're doing the next mentoring session.
After this one?
After this one, it'll be 15-day break.
Yes.
Right. And then mentoring again.
Yeah. So every time we've done it, it runs for 2 months. We take 15 days off and then we start it again. This is our third round doing it. So far we've mentored 150 people total. And now we're taking on 75 more. So this one will run from June 15th till August 15th.
Yes.
July, August, yes.
Yeah.
And then the next round will start September.
Yeah. And Ryan does constantly add new videos.
Yes, I do.
To it. So
yeah, it's grown. Since the first round, it's definitely expanded quite drastically.
Yeah. Yeah, geez. You've been adding a lot. So proud of you.
Thank you, babe.
Pet.
Really appreciate that. Still 450 people in the chat. Guys, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Thank you for hanging out with us, by the way. We really do appreciate
Everybody
it.
wants freebies.
Everybody's
swag. Oh, can I tell everybody about the swag that we're getting?
Sure, yeah.
Do you guys like when I say swag, or does that irritate you? Is swag a bad word? You know, like bolo. I hate when people say bolo.
You have to say
swag. Swag. Okay. So we are doing hats. We're going to have snapbacks and dad hats.
Yeah.
So that's going to be like I'll just tell you about it. I won't show anybody. A charcoal gray with embroidered
really nice.
fist bump. And then the snapbacks are going to be black and brown to match the leather patch. So we have those. We have keychains coming. We're going to do vinyls. So we're going to do the fist bump, fist bump and rally roots, but it's going to be 3 sticker package. And the last item that I'm still currently trying.
Did you say keychains?
Oh, okay. Didn't I?
Yeah, I think you did.
Final keychains. And then the last item I'm looking into are Fanny Packs, but they are actually really quite expensive because we wanted to get decent quality ones, not like the terrible, junky, nasty ones, because we wanted it to be something that you will actually use for the next like 3 years, you know, not something that's going to get like gross and trashed after a year. And they're not cheap. We would have to sell them for probably like $25 to make it worth it. So I don't know if people want that, but we'll probably do a poll on Instagram in the coming, not this week, but 2 weeks from now about that. And I'm trying to talk them down, but you can't get them down because they have, you know, like 3 zipper compartments in the buckle. They're not like a cheap thing to make, you know?
All right. There's about the merchandise.
So that's about the merch. Sorry.
Thank you, Carmen, for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. It's my birthday tomorrow. I'm turning 30.
Merch. Class, your turn. Brad said.
No, swag.
Swag. Merch.
Merch.
Rally Roots merch.
Yeah, a bunch of people said they would buy a fanny pack at 25.
And it's going to be a really nice one too.
Yeah.
And they're basically waterproof. I mean, obviously if you submerge it completely, but if you get rained on, the items in them won't get wet. So you can safely have your phone in it. Like they even have fabric over the zippers. They're not like shown zippers.
Kevin says, I just started on eBay and sold almost $500 in stuff around the house in a month. Let's talk about that for a second, because a lot of people, I know there's a lot of new sellers or people who haven't even started selling online who do watch our channel. And I think that's probably the best way to start. is just we live in America or wherever you're watching from, UK, Australia, Canada. We have a lot of people watching us from different places. But if you're watching this, if you have internet, more than likely you live in a place of abundance where you probably have stuff that you can sell online. So a lot of people, if you just walk around your house and look for gifts that you got that you're not using, or old laptops that you don't use, old cell phones, if you can start there and use your own inventory to fund your venture, it's one of the best ways to do it. It
is the best way to do it, because not only are you selling items that have no investment now because they're just like things laying around the house, but you're clearing out your house, and that feels amazing. And that gives you more room for inventory. Everyone's asking about coffee.
Coffee update. Coffee's coming, guys. The Rally Roots roast is coming as well. That's also part of the merchandise. We're going to try to have a lot of stuff ready at the same time. But yes,
oh man, at the same time, coffee is crazy. Coffee is a little tricky because it's a really nice one. So we're trying to get the price of certain things down. So it's not cheap. So we have to shop around for just like the packaging alone and the labels. It's a lot of shopping around.
It is. Okay, so AZ Princess, nobody answered my question. Oh, I'm sorry. Anyone have tips for cleaning shoes? Product recommendations? I'm talking all different materials of shoes, suede, leather, etc. Do you have any recommendations for shoes?
For shoes. What I will say whenever it comes to shoes is there is no product that's going to clean all of them equally.
Yeah.
You clean suede differently from leather.
Thank you.
You polish leather shoes differently than you would like clean a suede shoe, right? They're totally different. And then canvas shoes are also cleaned differently than suede and leather. So every single material is unique. So do not use like a suede cleaner on canvas. And there are ways, like, so suede, if you have a little bit of a scuff, what you can do, and you have to be very careful about it, is you can take a nail file, like an emery board, and you can scuff off that like weird line or scuff. That's a good way to do it. But whereas leather, you're going to want to clean it with like a leather conditioner and a polish, and you're going to want to use a horsehair brush to like buff it off. And then canvas, you can typically wash it in your washing machine. Same with sneakers. Like whenever we get running shoes, I wash them in the washing machine. I know I can do that because I wash my own running shoes in the washing machine often, and they handle it well. I mean, they're made for running, and you're putting it in a washing machine. You wash tank tops in the washing machine. You can wash a sneaker in the washing machine. Yeah.
I will say, guys, we don't have any videos on cleaning shoes, but I will say there's a lot of shoe experts out there. We're not shoe experts. There's a lot of people who deal with only shoes. There's one guy, his name's Tino, the Soul Advisor. If you look up videos on YouTube, there's people who specialize in cleaning shoes, and you can find out way more information that we're going to be able to give you about shoes. Yeah, a few people actually said in the chat, watch Tino, the Soul. I think it's a Soul Advisor, actually, on YouTube for shoe cleaning tips.
Yay. Oh, wow, it's going fast.
Mike says we need to try to get a reality show. We actually have something. No, I won't say anything.
All the little funny behind the scenes personalities of us, nobody even gets to see it. Like whenever we're driving in the car together, our weird, hilarious conversations and how we're always like trolling each other. No one gets to see that. So, oh my gosh.
We have a buyer who is being very difficult. Most likely will give us our first negative feedback. How do you reply to those negative feedbacks? I would say try not to get the feedback to begin with. Like, especially if it's not a very expensive item. Sometimes, I'm just going to say it, sometimes it's better to take the hit to not get the negative feedback. So like if we sold something for $15 and the buyer's being annoying,
awful.
Yeah.
It's happened.
Saying the wrong, or opening up returns for the wrong reason. And it's just not worth fighting. Like it's going to take us an hour out of our day to deal with this buyer and fight them. We'll just refund them. So it's up to you. But if you do get a negative feedback, I would still reach out to the buyer and see what you can do to get them to remove that feedback, because you can submit a feedback removal request and get that feedback removed. If they're not willing to do that, then I would reply to the negative feedback and just say in like the most professional way possible, You can go to our eBay store and look at the negative feedbacks that we've got and how we've replied to them in those situations, but just stay very professional. Usually I'll just say something like, sorry for the issue. Please see our other amazing feedback. Drew sent another $1.99. Happy birthday, old fart. When are you guys visiting Seattle? We were going to come out there for my birthday, man. We were going to do an Alaskan cruise and stay in Seattle for a while.
We were going to stay with you, Drew.
Yeah, we're going
to invite ourselves to your house.
One day we're just going to knock on your door. But now we're going to Cuba. So I would say Seattle for us will probably happen next year.
Yes, definitely will happen next year. We're going next year.
We're going next year.
Yeah.
Lauren Coal City Loot, thank you so much for the $2.99 super chat. We can't wait to see you at eBay Open.
Yay.
All right.
We're going to have fun. Who are you rooming with? Send us a message on Instagram.
Yes. Trevor, 50 days in, 228 listings and 102 items sold so far. Thank you guys so much.
That's amazing to hear. That's really good.
From what I've heard from people, the videos that have helped them the most that we've put out recently are the what sold ones. And that was the reason why we started doing that series, guys, because we don't want to just tell you guys something and then not actually do it or show that we're doing it. So we wanted to show you guys our actual sales so you can see, like, if we're doing it, right? If we're listing something and it's selling, then you can go buy that same item and list it and sell it. Whistle-wah. What sold last week on eBay?
Whistle-wah.
Lauren says, have your tattoo artist draw your coffee bag art.
That's a really good idea.
That's a super good idea.
I know. I saw that.
That's a super good idea.
Clever.
He would do it too.
He would.
I'm going to hit him up. Thanks, Lauren.
Hit him. Just hit him.
I know. I'm sorry. Next year.
I wonder if we go to Austin again, how much plane ticket from Austin to Seattle is.
That's probably pretty cheap. I don't know.
We just go for a weekend and hang out with Drew. Drew, do you have a guest room?
Just Side Hustle Pros in the chat. I didn't see them. Side Hustle Pros.
They're the nicest people ever. If you're not subscribed to them, you guys got to go watch them.
Awesome channel. Another couple hustlers.
Yeah, and they put out so much good information. So, yeah. And it's fun.
This is an interesting question. I just came from Goodwill and saw about 12 packs of Tina adult diapers.
Oh.
Looking at the comps and seeing how many sold on eBay, I made a mistake not buying them. You know what's funny is we've actually sold a lot of adult diapers.
Yeah.
Because the distributors that we work with for our like bulk deals and wholesale deals, we'll buy anything we can make money on. So we've bought like literally hundreds of packs of them, and you can triple, quadruple your money on them sometimes. They sell pretty fast too.
They do. Did the screen get dark, everybody? Did the picture just get really dark?
I think it might just be because the sun's kind of going down. I can turn the light this way a little bit.
I was going to move the light. You want to move the light? All right. Let me find another question quick. We should get merch with our dog on it. That's much better. Yeah. Nope. Okay. Nope. A little less. Okay, there. Yeah. We should definitbe, maybe the tanks.
Can I talk about that really quick?
That's the thing that I'm just.
Yeah. So we're going to be doing another brand, basically. So you know how our eBay store is called the Hip Lion?
You're going to tell people about this?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know, it's crazy. So I just recently I've been trying to get it for like 3 years, working with the seller who was selling the domain name hiplion.com. So now we own it. We own hiplion.com. Haven't built a website or anything like that on it yet. But that website is going to become a standalone brand for us, where we'll put out clothing and lifestyle designs, and then also like hot vintage clothing and stuff like that. And it'll be a website where we will buy other people's inventory too. So let's say like you're out there thrifting and you don't deal in clothing, but you come across like a Grail Tommy Hilfiger 90s jacket and you don't want to go through selling it. You'll be able to go to hiplion.com and sell it to us if you want to. So I'm excited about it. More update on that as we go, but yeah.
Yeah, and that's just like a side project because we have so much other stuff going on. But I am in charge of the merch swag. Yeah.
But on our website like that, we will do, because a lot of people have asked about the Hip Lion shirts that we wear.
Yeah.
And people want Mochi shirts and stuff. So it'll probably go on there.
Mochi deserves to be on a shirt.
She does.
So does Lychee, although she is basically the lion. That was kind of the inspiration, is that she looks like a lion. So that's why we not only chose Hawaiian because Ryan's from Africa and he loves it, but it was a representation of lychee. You know, we were debating choosing a giraffe or a rhino, but lychee, the lion, it just was us.
Hip giraffe.
Yeah, now you got the hip giraffe on you.
Yeah, Angie says we have so much free time for extra projects.
I know, right? Oh my gosh.
You know what's funny? I actually just got done editing a video today. It's another like day in the life kind of video, and it starts at 8 a.m. and it ends at 11 p.m. So that video will be out tomorrow. I'll put that video out before we get on the boat. It's gonna be, you guys should definitely watch that video because it kind of shows like it shows our day. Like we actually do work a lot, but most of the work that we do is so much fun that we don't even notice that we're working. So yeah. I think that's what makes it cool.
Is this how many people are watching right now?
Yeah, almost 500.
Whoa, we're almost 500.
Over 500.
That's amazing.
Anybody having problems with custom SKUs not showing up in bulk shipping?
On Amazon.
No,
right?
on eBay.
On eBay.
Custom SKUs. That would be a question for Callie.
Yes.
I've done a little bit of eBay selling. Not everyone leaves feedback. Should I follow up to get the feedback? Yeah,
yes.
There's ways to get feedback. One of the best ways I think is to put a thank you note in with your items. If you guys don't use thank you notes, you should.
Let's talk about thank you notes.
Yeah, we've worked now with a lot of resellers, and the ones that weren't doing thank you notes, when they started doing thank you notes, I would say on average, their feedback went up. The positive feedback that they got went up about 30%, which is huge.
Significant, statistically significant.
Yeah. So thank you notes, I think, is very important. I wouldn't pester people. There's like services you can join that email people and ask them for feedback constantly. I wouldn't suggest doing that. It's kind of like pestering buyers. I don't like it when sellers do that to me.
But I would absolutely recommend leaving feedback as the seller on the buyer's account because they will be notified. And then in return, oftentimes they will leave feedback as a courtesy.
Yeah.
So definitely thank you notes and I guess just leaving buyer feedback. Do those two things and see what happens. But it's going to be good.
Jerry, I'm looking at your question now. I'm sorry, my friend. Like I said, these questions go really fast, guys. If we miss them, I apologize. Are you having a big slowdown in sales on Amazon too? I am for the last month. Check out the forums. They're full of topics about how bad sales have been recently for many 3P sellers there. No, we're not having a slowdown on Amazon. It depends on what you're selling. You know, Amazon is really the basics of Amazon are very easy. If you buy stuff with a good sales rank, it'll sell. If you buy stuff with a good sales rank and you price it right, it's going to sell. One thing that could help you if you have a lot of items is maybe use a repricer on Amazon. A repricer will adjust the price so that you are winning the buy box most of the time, and that will get you more sales. But just focus on things that are good sales ranks and you should be fine. Yeah.
And then what printer do you get your thank you cards from? We have a local printer.
Yeah, we have a local printer, but I think they do ship.
Yeah. And then there is a company that Kimmy, my sister-in-law, gets her stuff printed by online. Cool. I don't remember the name of it, but I know she did research and she said they're really affordable. Nice. So I can ask her and then maybe talk about it in the future if I remember, but I'll save that in my messages and maybe we'll mention it like the next live show or something, the printer she uses.
Can we get a quick shout out to Callie, Deb, and Steph, our wonderful moderators, for catching the trolls.
Thank you.
Thank you for catching them trolls, ladies.
Does that look funny if I go like this?
That's awesome. It's actually really nice when there's almost 500 people in the chat. It's hard for us to see everything. So thanks for doing that. Vistaprint's good. Sometimes they'll do like free stuff. The name of the printer that we use, the local printer, is called printfast.com. Printfast.com. I don't know what their shipping's like. The reason we buy from them locally is because we can pick stuff up, and their prices are so cheap. We get 5,000 4x6 front and back full color postcards for $100. 5,000 of them. So.
And then if someone can answer Trevor in the chat just so that he can like see it typed out, where do I set up automatic feedback for when the buyer pays? That would be really awesome. Someone could like type that out and then other people can see it as well. just because typing it's better than trying to explain. All right.
What kind of cardstock are your thank you notes printed on? It's thick. I don't know what it is.
I can't remember what the number is, but it's heavy duty cardstock. It's like if you get a Bed Bath & Beyond coupon in the mail, it's probably 2 to 3 times thick. They're really nice and thick, and the bleed line, it goes all the way to the edge. It doesn't like rub off. Vistaprint rocks. See, a lot of people are happy with Vistaprint. But yeah, shop around online. Get quotes online. It's really, really helpful. And a lot of programs online, if you order through that printer, they have like their own programs where you can design really cute ones.
Right. Clyde says, should someone that's just starting on eBay open as a seller or open a store if they are looking to work into it full-time or into a full-time store? So eBay actually now has a very, very basic store that's like $5 a month. I would suggest at least starting with that store. Yeah. So I think that everybody, if you're looking to get into eBay at any sort of non-hobby level, like if you're looking to make money on eBay, then I would suggest getting a store. Yeah, there's a lot of features that are great.
Side Hustle Pros are flying. Thanks for coming, guys. And then let's see. GoPrint was great for Sharon. And then White and Gray Boutique said their feedback is consistent, 40% increase since adding thank you notes.
Awesome.
That's there you go, guys. So try it.
College Picker still swears by Etsy for his vintage finds. Yeah, you can definitely sell vintage stuff on Etsy. I can tell you this. Yeah, I can tell you that Eric, he gets a lot more money on Etsy for his vintage stuff than he does on eBay. But don't quote me on this, but I believe that it does take his items a bit longer to sell than on a platform like eBay or Poshmark. So, and I think that's just because a platform like Etsy for vintage clothing, it just doesn't have the same amount of traffic that a platform like Poshmark, Mercari, or eBay. eBay still has the most traffic, guys, for clothing. Even though Poshmark is doing very well and Mercari is doing well, eBay still, their traffic is way more than those platforms. So just in the same way that Amazon's traffic as a whole is way more than eBay's.
What is the buy box on Amazon? That's a lot of question marks. Saw that.
It's just the next item up, basically. So if an item has, let's say an item has 20 people selling the same thing, if you're winning the buy box, you're the next up to sell that item. If you get that. Baby Blue says, oh, thank you for the $5, by the way. Hi from Las Vegas.
Ooh.
Just started eBay, doing well because of you guys. I started Poshmark a year ago. Thank you.
Awesome.
You're very welcome. That's cool. So you started on Poshmark and now you've added eBay.
Actually, a lot of people started selling their own stuff on Poshmark. I've spoken to them and then they're like, wow, I can get a lot of money for these things. And then they realized that there are resellers out there, and then they started thrifting, getting clothes and selling it on their Poshmark that they're building up. And then they move over to eBay because they're like, how do I expand my horizons from out of clothing and accessories? That's happening now. So maybe that is why the market, for clothing is a little bit slower than like electronics, is because there are all these other apps.
Paul, I believe Eric's family helps him ship his stuff when he's traveling. Yeah.
Thanks, Smiles. My new YouTube channel.
Oh, is it 8? Oh, it is. It's almost 8, guys. We got to go pack.
Oh my gosh.
Let me answer this one really quick. Clayton says, best place to get a professional logo created. Fiverr is a really good one.
Spell that.
Fiverr.
I think it's Fiverr.
ERR. Okay.
I think it's VERR.
Just Google Fiverr.
And you can get a logo done for $5.
Yeah. I think if you want like when you say professional, if you want the vectors and like copyright rights, you're going to pay up to $30-$40 sometimes for a logo, but
I saw it as low as 10.
Okay. That's a good place to get it though, I think. Okay, that's it. Let's go. Right. We got to pack, babe. We got to go.
There you go, Fiverr.
Okay, cool. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Please, again, make sure to hit the thumbs up button before you leave. It looks like this. We're excited for all of our new mentoring students to work with you starting June 15th. So we'll have a new video out tomorrow, and then don't expect any more videos from us until about Friday because we're going to be in Cuba. So we will miss you guys, but we will be back.
We'll be back.
And that's it, guys. Thank you. Thanks to everybody saying safe travels and happy birthday. We really do appreciate it.
Love all you guys. Without you, we wouldn't be here. So thank you for all of your support. Thanks for coming to our live chats. We love it.
We love it. We love our live chats.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
And again, if we missed your questions, because I think we missed most of the questions actually. If we missed your questions after this video gets published, leave them as a comment on the video and we'll go back and answer them in our free time. And this evening we are both only drinking water. Mine is water. That's so sad. Only water today. I don't even think I had juice today. Oh. I didn't even have milk left for my coffee. So not even a potato? Coffee. I didn't even have a potato today. See you guys later. Mwah.